Okay, a real quick one because if something happens to me, I don't want this to die with me. Um, the palace and those big projects that they were building المدينة الإدارية الجديدة في مصر كانت أصلا راح تكون قاعدة لترامب وحلفائه وزمرته والخلايجة والخليجيين آل زايد وآل سعود والموساد والإسرائيليين وكل الاستخبارات العالمية اللي هي على طرف الولايات المتحدة. ممكن بعض دول أوروبا يكونوا متواطئين معاهم، بس الأغلب هذه الدول هاي بالذات أمريكا اللي هو إدارة ترامب وحواليهم. And the old eagles in the military of the United States, all of them, the whole military system, and connected to the Egyptian military, connected to the UAE, Saudi military, and all this and stuff. So they were going to make that base, that big base for their secret meetings, and then so they can also, Trump, after he's done with his presidency, he could just go there to Egypt and claim his kingdom. Him or the Americans or whoever is that 1% of the richest of the world, or the top players. Alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he created us with mind to think, and then he gave us his word in Quran, and he made sure that we will never be slaved and our freedom will be never taken away from us. It's the same thing if you take chickens. If I steal the children of the chicken, boys and girls, and then I put them in a farm and then I raise them, generation after generation, they will not know what's happening outside world, what's really the world was to them. They will just know to go from metal, 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 cut throat, 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 being served as a dish. But I'm not saying they're gonna do the same thing to humans, but the brainwash, right? They wouldn't know. The people who are inside the military and being raised like dogs to defend and bite and just orders. If you do not follow orders, I will shoot you here right now. That's how military around the world works. If you don't believe me, ask the military people. If you have orders, I mean, some are good, some are not that extreme. But the extreme military, it's like this. If I tell you and I'm higher than you in command, that means I'm your officer, but I'm higher in ranking than you. If I tell you kill this person right now, this second, and you don't, I have the right to pull up my gun and shoot you. That's not right. That's not the right way to do military. People, those kids, I send out my Adam and Eve. We send our kids to military for this kind of system, this kind of freedom, this kind of orders. No, I don't think so. My son or my daughter, when I send her to the military to protect the country and the people, they should be respected more than the officer. The officer should be kissing their boots because they're there to defend the country. They're not there for the money like the American Murtazaqa. They're just there for the money. No, they're not sending really their just the white, Snow White kids there. No, they're sent from the poor people. All the militaries, always the front line is the poor people. Which rich person who can pay off his position will stand there? Except the heroes. Anyway, yeah, I guess this video should make a little bit of difference in the world. Every little bit matters. This generation that we're living in now in September 2019, going to year 2020 after Christianity birth, or 1441 years since Islam birth. But hey, you don't know. You work for yourself. You're doing hiking or biking or enjoying your time, and we're the ones struggling here for your future and future of our kids and your kids. It's all connected. If your kids will lose freedom or anything now, ours is just a matter of time. And if your kids lost their lands and stuff like that, It's just a matter of time that we lose our lands too, and it is happening. You know what? I don't mind. I don't know why we misunderstand Russia. If Russia really, really wants to live in peace, I don't mind them to not just to visit our countries, but to come and live with us like brothers and sisters. You know what? If we always asking America or Europe to fix the world, maybe you Russians will fix it by not interfering. Yeah, give us the defense, give us those, help us to defend ourselves, and then we'll live peacefully for the rest of the, as long as we can hold it. And if it's boring, I guess something gonna happen. I'll see you out there in public. Oh, another thing. Though there is a lot of attack on Muslims around the world, right? In Myanmar and in Iraq and in India and Kashmir and in around the world, maybe Sunnah, maybe Shia, I don't care. But on Muslim generally and Arabs and then Afghans and Pashtuns. And there's a lot of people. There's the blacks here in America, the natives, there is, other ethnicities. This bullshit need to stop. And there is easy ways to do that as well. Educational, you set example, and you just tell a person like we are taming wild lions. We cannot tame wild people or wild humans. They have to become Adam and Eve in the end. Anyway, I'll meet you guys there. Kul Jum'ah, Kul Jum'ah, Kul Jum'ah. Every Friday, every Friday, every Friday. Let's meet in the mosque where there is a freedom of speech for whoever have anything to say. Not just one khatib brainwashing everybody. And then we will go from there. Have fun and be safe.